Boss, about that AI pod you retrieved from Emmerich's research facility. Guess what we found inside? A corpse. Human. The pod maintained a low internal temperature the whole time, and very little outside air got in. That would have slowed down decomposition. Still, the remains were mostly skeletal. Estimated time of death is between 6 months and a year ago. We put the screws to Huey about it. Listen to the tape. Turns out it was the body of someone we knew very well.
Please select a land heading to Mother Base.
I'm just going back to Mother Base just to see if there's anything of interest that will happen there. And it seems like there is.
It's raining.
Oh, this thing. I thought I didn't do the thing to make this cutscene appear. Oh well. I guess we're having this now. Yes, she does. The god. What? So, I believe that cutscene was supposed to appear after spending 5 days in the map without returning to Mother Base. We also have to be 5 days out in base with quiet, more specifically. That being said, I didn't think 5 in-game days passed since I did that, so I found this cutscene a little bit strange. The trick was usually to go in the field and then use like phantom cigars to make 5 days pass like instantly, but I suppose I did it. I think. Didn't even notice it.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
I was expecting something completely different to happen. Oh, whatever. Let's see if we can just do the next mission then.
Mission list updated.
So, no, that's not what I
Please
want.
select a mission.
Ooh, this... Hehe. Complete stealth required. Gave over upon detection by enemy. Chicken hat and reflex mode unavailable. What is this then? High difficulty level. Alright. Trying to think. Because it seems like I'm going to have to just do some of these at higher difficulty to get to the next mission. Maybe I can attempt full stealth.
Mission accepted. Heading to Central
I'm not
Africa.
sure if quiet is part of my full stealth, but we will see. I'm going to need... I'm not going to be taking the tank. Let's see. Yeah, I still don't know if I need to be completely stealth or not. In which case, my current sniper will not do because I don't think it has a suppressor. Yeah, this one has a suppressor, this doesn't, this doesn't. Well, this sniper is my only option there. I also need to do shots for kills. I cannot aim at enemies that have helmets on. This is going to be quite a little bit of a tricky mission. Equipment I might need to get... no, not that. Items. The Phantom Cigar.
Deploying.
Because if morning appears, then I'm pretty much screwed.
Boss, this contract comes from the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola, also known as the MPLA. The PF at Ditadi Abandoned Village has been supplied with walker gears. Your job is to eliminate them all. Destroy them, extract them, whatever you see fit. This just might get us closer to the walker gear supplier, Cypher. Good luck, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated.
I sure hope that Quiet can do sniping still.
Please select a deployment point. Buddy has infiltrated out. The map has been updated.
I got to completely cover my tracks.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Alright, I think those guys will not be able to spot me because I'm wearing the sneaking suit. This should eliminate infrared goggles or heat goggles or whatever.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
Well, let's now see if we can get
Fire at will.
Quiet to cover for us.
You have arrived.
Or
at
if
your
she gets
destination.
detected, it's game over. Well, seems like she can fire.
Enemy presence
It's just me
detected.
that
The map
just not
has been
has to
updated.
not be detected then. has a helmet. That's a little bit of a problem. I can only go for people that don't have helmets. And it must be a one shot, one kill, I think, to be completely... Oh, I hear people nearby. Oh yeah, there's 2 people on the road. I must be very careful.
You have arrived at your destination.
Let's see if my intel team is being
Marker
correct.
placed.
He's right over there.
The targets have been deployed to that outpost. Find and eliminate all of them.
Analysis complete.
I don't see him. I think he's hiding by the wall on the road. Which means I need to be flanking him a little bit. Oh, I see his dumb antenna.
Analysis complete.
I believe that's just a normal helmet and he will die in one hit. Yes. He's behind the rock. He has a helmet on.
That's a target. Eliminate it any way you'd like.
There's also another soldier there hidden. I can actually one-shot kill the soldiers with the helmet, but I need to not hit the helmet and hit his face, which is a little bit harder to do. Does this? No, it doesn't. This only has a 4x scope. Let's see what else. There's a bunch of enemies that I have not spotted yet. Maybe I can make a shot. If I fail, I maybe fail this.
Please select a deployment point. You have arrived at your destination.
Got to lay low for this complete stealth though.
Analysis complete.
Also, I do have to be completely mindful of where Quiet is located at all times, because they'll start chasing after her after she fires her bullet. There is someone making a run for her current location. Where is this guy going though? Oh, he's a completely armored guy. Taking him out is going to be a massive hassle.
You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
Oh no, the guy that was over there is coming to investigate over there now. There is someone unspotted in the ruins over here. I don't like that. There somewhere. This is such a pain in the ass. Oh, I think that's his helmet off finally. I think that's him dead. Yep. Can I shoot through tents? I don't think I can. I think tents are bulletproof in this game. Never mind. They're not. That's a sandbag though.
Analysis complete.
Hell yeah, got him. Did I just hear someone snooze? I actually shot the electrical wire somehow, accidentally.
Please select a deployment point.
This is a little bit of a risky position for her, but I think she'll manage to get a shot on this guy. I can't tell if this guy is inside the tent or not, but it doesn't matter, he's dead now. Quiet is doing quite the work now. I think only that one guy remains in this entire village now.
Please select a deployment point. Caution, rain approaching.
Explosives are a good choice for destroying the walker gears. Of course, that'll alert the enemy to your presence. Ideally, you should take them out all at once.
is in the other building. I think the rain's supposed to be a sound dampener in this game. So...
Outpost captured.
Nice work. Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss. Great. No targets remaining. Your objective's complete.
Mission
Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Help!
Okay, subject is in.
Please select support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Time to take all my prizes and go.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Yes, complete
Gaining
stealth.
altitude.
Well, not complete stealth, but they never got to see me.
extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
No, I think that's complete heroism. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that will cause anything to happen. Then again, I think maybe even two things are supposed to happen now.
Boss, we were right. Once you'd eliminated those walker gears, a resupply call was made from Ditadi to CFA headquarters. The CFA then contacted none other than Saner. That's right, the shell company that owned Mvinda Oilfield. So Saner was just a front for Cypher. The resupply won't be happening just yet. But we did learn that the walker gears are transported out of Nova Braga Airport.
I don't think this
Apparently,
is
there's a
relevant for
distribution
us.
network on the Savannah that links all the PF outposts. I'll have the intel team investigate this network. If Cypher is supplying PFs with walker gears, the PFs have to be offering them something in return. We follow the money trail. We might just find ourselves on Cypher's doorstep.
But we will see. Because that was a repeat mission. Actually, I'll just skip again. I always
Code
forget.
Talker examined everyone here, and one of us is infected. It's quiet. It was our cutting-edge MRI that finally revealed it. But we don't know what language strain it is. Get back to base. Time for her to talk. You know the room number. 101.
Oh, that might have been the reason why there was that shower scene. That is kind of weird from going from a shower scene to this now.
Talk? Anything? Still living up to her name. How about you drop the act? Who infected you with a parasite? We can't let her talk. Put it back. All I want's a name. That won't trigger anything. Tell me. Tell me! Your lungs have been barbecued. There's traces of rubbing alcohol in your alveoli. This was found adhered to your lungs, intact. A petal. White Star of Bethlehem. The hospital. Skullface sent you to Cyprus to kill Snake. You were burned inside and out. That should have been the end of it. But, all things considered, You look pretty damn healthy to me. We have Skullface to thank for that, right?
I was the only one capable of applying them to parasite therapy. Until he stole them from me.
Why are you here? Did Skullface send you? Or did you have your own score to settle with the boss? Refreshing? Salt water.
No! She'll die!
His life isn't yours to take. Enough.
That's enough.
Damn, salt water is her weakness.
If she wanted to kill the boss, he'd already be dead. Same goes for us. She's had plenty of chances. She can talk. She's not here to kill anyone. We're wasting your time. It doesn't matter why she's here. She works for you now. She's in love with the legend.
What makes you so sure?
I was the same way once.
What if she's a spy?
What if I'm a spy? For you? Go on all day.
Boss.
Let her go. She won't speak so she can't spread the infection.
What is that sound?
Na, begit den Tisch. Nicht nugget den Tee.
Oh.
Idiki plak anat e.
Oh. Ako kode dziś desni.
Dne bizad.
Belagana gesnita. Kato be yasteta. Aseetota. 同等にした。同等にした。
Okay then, she can speak. And I guess that's all where the English strain of the parasite was.
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid. Boss, some of the kids we've been keeping here have escaped. We don't know why they ran off, but it may have something to do with Ralph's death. The intel teams are looking for them as we speak. I'll add information to your side ops list as it comes in. You need to locate and secure those kids. I'll try to find out what happened.
I believe that was French, maybe? I'll need to double check. Let me see. Staff management. Trying to remember where Code Talker is. I think he's part of the medical team. Oh, there he is. Well, that would be... Code Talker is listed as only being able to talk English and Navajo. So I guess Navajo it is. Like, I do think they do more accurately list all the stuff on who speaks what language. Like Miller being able to speak Japanese, Spanish, English. And where is Assad? Is he the intel team? Yes, he is. Assad can just basically speak any language. Well, that's what it's listed, but I have no idea what Navajo is. As far as I know, all languages that they do use here are real languages, but I do not know which that language would be applied to. I presume somewhere in Africa? But I have like zero knowledge about languages in Africa. Native American, alright.
Staff assigned.
I just got a random boost of heroism out of nowhere. Though it seems like I finished an achievement. Maybe for reaching level 50 on all divisions? Alright. Native American it is.
Please specify a project.
Oh, there's an important cassette. The Children's Escape.
Boss, we gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident, a burial at sea. The man in charge of that facility has been severely punished. But ever since, the kids have been acting strange. It's obvious they've lost their trust in adults. I was getting reports of them ignoring the staff, or getting insolent, and even violent. And a few days later, several of the kids did a disappearing act. They snuck into choppers and shipping containers and got off base. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. These kids were born in a war zone, and forced to grow up as war fighters. If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago. We have to get those kids back. Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us.
I believe Chico is someone that died in the previous game, the demo sort of game.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
I believe she like exploded from a helicopter.
Unit dispatched.
As she had a bomb inside her. I believe that's what happened to her. If I'm remembering it correctly.
Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
Anyway, now getting back to the helicopter.
Please landing zone
Roger.
confirmed.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. I'm stationed at LZ. Gaining altitude.
But now I just got another achievement out of nowhere. That's a little bit weird, but well, oh well.
Mission list
Boss, I've
updated.
updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Mission.
Boss, some of the kids we've been keeping here have escaped. We don't know why they ran off, but it may have something to do with Ralph's death. The intel team's looking for them as we speak. I'll add information to your side ops list as it comes in. You need to locate and secure those kids. I'll try to find out what happened.
Boss, we need you to get back a film canister one of our informants hid in the field. He was working under my orders to investigate the extraordinaries that showed up in Cyprus. The man on fire and the floating boy that keeps showing up where they're not welcome. Apparently they were the subjects of some top-secret research conducted by the Kremlin. Unfortunately, that meant our informant drew the attention of the KGB's Directorate S, and they took him out before we could make contact. The good news is he placed a report in a film canister and hid it somewhere in Spookmake Keep. Just before he died, he transmitted VI of the hiding place to us, but the data was cut off partway through. The image is far from clear, but it might provide the clue you need. We'll be analyzing the data further to try to clear it up, but for now, get to Spookmake Keep. The KGB have already dispatched a Spetsnaz squad to retrieve that film canister and cover the whole thing up. Boss, there's no time to waste. Head to Spookmake Keep and use the VI as a clue to find and retrieve that target. Why was Sahelanthropus mobile? How are the man on fire and that kid connected to Skullface's plan? If we can just get that report, we can blow it all wide open. Then we can shake off the last remnants of Skullface and the phantoms he left behind.
I'm not actually liking this now. Spookmake Keep is where we started our entire game from, I believe. That's where Ocelot left us off. after giving us a little bit of a horse ride near to Miller, I believe.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
And since I've been back to that position once, it's all uphill, so sneaking in there might be a little bit of a problem. But we'll see what we can do.
Deploying.
Maybe should have taken the combat suit for this one, since stealth is not required.
Boss, retrieve the film canister our informant hid in Spookmate Keep before he died. It contains vital information on Skullface's plan. For now, our only clue is the garbled photograph the informant tried to send us before the end. We're working on analyzing the data. There's no time to wait. A KGB Spetsnaz squad is after the target as well. Boss, go to Spookmate Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated. Please select a deployment point.
Is this the right path? No, it's not. I'm going to have to go around.
Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated.
Maybe I should have switched out the pistol for something more lethal. Thus far, Quiet has only spotted 3 enemies. That's rather low. Ooh, did she? Oh, yes, she did. There's a team arriving in there.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
There's some high ground there. Just what you need for recon.
The map has been updated. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
I hear a vehicle. Oh, is that even more reinforcements incoming?
Analysis complete.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Analysis complete.
Begin cover fire.
Development complete.
Это КП, понял. Найти вражеского снайпера и снять его. Конец связи. Открыть подавляющий минометный огонь по противнику! Конец связи!
Where is that person going off to? Heavily armored.
Boss, we fully decrypted the VI data. Now the target's hiding place should be clear as day. Check your iDroid.
Third time the charm, I think.
Clouds approaching. You have arrived at your destination.
У нас проблема. Тревога по всем постам.
Well, before I full turn this guy,
Talk. Where are your friends?
reinforcements, that means I have to get out of here ASAP.
left on board. Leave the rest to us.
Somewhere around here. It's quite detecting something.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been analysis complete. Caution, sandstorm approaching.
Oh, it's highlighted. It's in this archways there.
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated. Extraction arrived at Metabase. Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss. Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional.
Alright. That was rather a fast mission, I'm not going to lie. So let's see what we learn. Also, Miller is still talking about hamburgers.
Boss, I have a quick report for you here. We've discovered a radiation leak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform. It's coming from testing equipment we installed the other day. Members of the medical team have been conducting research there, but we'll evacuate them all from the research block to the containment block next to it. Emmerich.
There's no need to worry. No radioactive material is leaked, so the contamination won't spread. We just need to seal off the testing equipment.
I've dispatched the security team to get the researchers out. I'll keep you updated.
A Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
Well, I didn't expect to find this little guy over here.
detected. Analysis. The map has been analysis complete. Analysis complete. Please select a deployment point. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That tank is armed. I'm going to have a little bit of hard time sneaking up on this angle, I think. But
Cover me.
if I have quiet,
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
and these two guys are bleeding out.
Side ops list updated.
Oh well.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I guess I'll call in the
Please select
chopper
a
and
support
return.
helicopter requested.
Now where is the chopper? Over there. Come here, little sheep. Oh, yeah, I have this now. Ships have been saved.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Trying to think. Should I return to Mother Base? Just in case? Oh, there's the important
Psyops list
cassette.
updated.
Boss, your heroic deeds appear to have earned the respect of other PFs. Now you'll be able to infiltrate rival PFs' FOBs without having to worry about their nuclear deterrent. Go get one over on these guys who've escaped retaliation thanks to their nukes.
Oh, so that's the use of heroism. Alright. Let's see then.
We finished decoding the informant's report. That floating kid we've run into a few times now. Looks like he was a test subject in clinical experiments. The Soviets called him the Third Boy. The Third Boy was brought to a lab on the outskirts of Moscow from Czechoslovakia, after which he was due to be sent to a research center in Leningrad, then Siberia, and finally an academic town in Novosibirsk. It doesn't appear that the researchers witnessed the talents we've seen from him, but nevertheless he was quite the popular subject. His latent cognitive abilities suddenly awoke en route to Moscow. According to the report, the Third Boy was easily influenced by other individuals' biofields. Evil thoughts, in particular. They affected his mind like a virus. Extreme anger or resentment, motives for revenge, in other words. Now, during the transport flight to Moscow, the boy was exposed to a powerful mental energy field coming from a certain individual. Ever since, being conscious of his powers, he's become a sort of energy generator. What's unique about him is the way his acute telepathic abilities get taken over by another person's will. The boy began to physically parasitize individuals experiencing extreme anger and codify the host's desires. This includes amplifying the host's natural strengths. Or, in accordance with the host's desires, he can also implant program code in another individual, making them a puppet, essentially. Human neural synapses transmit weak electrical currents between neurons. These electrical currents, though at a level difficult to observe, warp the magnetic field outside the body. The Third Boy is able to pick up these weak fluctuations. Contrary to psychotronics, which involves controlling the human mind, his abilities as a receptor are too high. The emotions he picks up from another individual are amplified and unleashed into his body as they recur in his brain. They turn into microwaves, which then affect the physical world, triggering paranormal phenomena like the spontaneous combustion of organic matter or psychokinesis, moving an object without touching it. There's one other thing. While he's parasitizing a host, the boy's ego gets shut away, allowing the will of the host to take control of his powers, like some annoying static drowning out your own voice. That means he isn't responsible for what's been happening. Somebody's extreme anger has manifested through the Third Boy's powers in ways none of us could have predicted, which would mean this was going on somewhere around us. Looking back on it, a lot of things make sense now. The man on fire, Sahelanthropus, they both came to life thanks to the Third Boy's powers. Everything has been happening through him as a catalyst. We first saw him in the hospital on Cyprus. The boy parasitizing the man on fire's desire for revenge gave him his new abilities in return. He next appeared at the Hamid Fighters Fort where the honeybee was hidden. There, the boy parasitized Skullface's vengeful mind. He controlled Sahelanthropus, making it do whatever Skullface wanted. Same goes for when we extracted Emmerich onto the chopper. When he appeared at the Devil's House in Central Africa, Skullface's will controlled the man on fire via the Third Boy's powers. Everything is clear up to this point. But even the informant couldn't pinpoint who the host was in the cave within Serac power plant. Sahelanthropus suddenly became active, then crushed not only the man on fire, but Skullface as well. Surely neither of them could have been the host. Who else was at that location and bore anger more extreme than either of them? Whose will was controlling Sahelanthropus? According to the report, emotions transmitted in children's brains affect the surrounding magnetic field more strongly. Cerebral nerves are covered with insulation called myelin sheaths to increase impulse speed. The reason for this leakage has to do with the fact that children's myelin sheaths are still developing. So, how many children do you remember being there? Children with a burning desire for revenge and bearing a grudge against you. I can think of only one. Eli. We don't know what kind of life he's had, but the resentment he's shown toward adults is nothing short of extraordinary. The third boy resonated with Eli's mind. And that means Eli bore the strongest animosity of all individuals within the boy's reception range, estimated to be a 3-mile radius, beating out even Volgin and Skullface. The third boy has probably remained hooked on Eli's anger since. You remember at the Devil's House, the third boy showed an interest in Shabani? That must have been his ego making a rare appearance. He may possess abilities far beyond anyone else in the world, but he's still a kid. Maybe them both being kids was enough to bring them together. And if so, maybe with Eli, he isn't feeding off him, but acting in symbiosis with him. So what kick-started the third boy's powers? If we look at the location and time that his plane went down, we can make a pretty good guess. When the plane experienced the first anomaly, it gave an accurate report of its position to a control tower, due north of the Black Sea, 125 miles east of Kiev.
Is this
Dead south
Chernobyl?
from the Black Sea is Cyprus's Green Line. So the plane's position was directly north of the hospital where you'd been asleep for 9 years. And this anomaly was reported at exactly the same time that you woke up. The plane was enveloped in flame from the inside out. The fuselage burnt to ashes. There were no survivors, at least not publicly admitted. Your thoughts formed a synchronicity with the boy's psyche and were amplified inside his brain. That would have been more than enough to trigger his abilities. Your rage was like a big bang in his head, blowing the lid off his powers. The boy was then secretly moved to the lab outside of Moscow where Volgin was comatose. There, Volgin's thoughts resonated with the boy and he was awakened. Volgin became the man on fire, hell-bent on getting revenge on you. His instincts led him straight to you. Skullface knew Volgin from Operation Snake Eater, or perhaps from even before. Monitoring this pair of extraordinaries, he discovered the hospital and sent his assassin and XOF. Skullface was probably watching the situation from close by. Then, realizing how useful these two test subjects could be, he approached them. Reacting to Skullface's thirst for revenge, this time the boy let Skullface's will control Volgin. Volgin, at times driven by personal revenge, at times through Skullface's will, kept on moving, though his body was little more than dead meat. Perhaps there were moments where even your thoughts affected him as well. But without the boy's power, it was like the plug had been pulled from the socket. Everything was powered by anger, malice, revenge. This is how the end of the report sums things up. Both the third boy and the man on fire were originally test subjects of paranormal research for military applications, like telekinetically controlling the leader of an enemy nation and making him launch a nuke, or stopping the heart of someone on the wrong side of the Berlin Wall, experimenting with latent human abilities. They were used as tools of the Cold War. The boy's only crime was being born with unique gifts. But he was sacrificed on the altar of war. His life reduced to slavery under other people's wills. Turned into a living weapon with no will of his own. And eventually the only emotion he could feel must have been the desire to get revenge for the hand he'd been dealt. Boss, it's you that awakened the boy's powers. But there's more to it than that. I guess the anger emanating from you was something he could truly relate to.
Interesting. I'll make the trip to Mother Base and stop it there most likely. Just to check if there's something waiting at Mother
Please
Base.
select a heading to Mother Base.
That does explain a little bit of Man on Fire's thing.
sinna ich baya ashla na lego azago DJ na stoy do aschad yigishta.
Hey!
Eyes on Kazuhira.
A message from the parasites.
Clouds approaching.
That was a little bit strange, but oh well.
Please the landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Oh, the helicopter is returning. That's neat.
This is Pequod, on station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Kazuha. Eyes on Kazuha. Isn't that Miller? I can't remember his full name. I'm not sure right now. I think I'll look into it a little bit later. But for now I'll stop the stream.